Good afternoon. Happy Savage Saturday, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here. And today, guys, I have something kind of quirky, kind of different, but I'm excited to share it with you. And we're going to get to a little couple oddities here. And this is like an oddities Savage Saturday. I'm not going to read you a story. Instead, I'm going to show you a piece of history in the Conan world that you may not know existed previously. So we have these little promotional pieces here, which I'm going to show you. And throughout the whole thing, I'll do my normal. I'll put some pictures up. So right here, I don't know who the artist of this is, but it's pretty cool. And we'll show you this piece of art. All right, so a nice piece of art there. And leave it up there for you to get a good look at. And on the back, all sorts of art material related to Conan and other barbarians that you can order and have sketches, portfolios, whatever. But a whole bunch of art pieces available for order. But a cool little piece of barbaric history to own right here. And the way I came across these is I got a text message from my comic shop owner, Chet, who says, Gary, stop by tomorrow, please. I got something you're going to want to look at. And when Chet texts me and tells me, or calls me and tells me that there's something I'm going to want to look at, I'm going to want to look at it because he doesn't steer me wrong. All right, next up. So, Bart Sears. I know this one. This is a Bart Sears portrait. And really cool. Yeah, we'll get up close and just let you get a good look at all of that. Oh, this is coming out really well. I may not have to put pictures up for this. This color is really popping on here. But there's that. And on the back, various barbaric things that you could order. Now this is all part of a Conan fan club. And we got one more here, and then we'll get to a couple other things. So this one had the same picture with the order form on the bottom, but different things you could order on the back of this one. So I think this came out whenever their material went out to their members, the Conan fan club. There you see a big shot of Arnie. So some cool stuff. And like I said, a cool part of our barbaric history here. There we go. I don't think I'll get it on this screen any better, even with a picture. So I think this is great right here. But again, cool stuff. But it doesn't stop there. All right, then we also had these postcards. This is the Conan Classics Collection, Set 5, Nestor Redondo. And you could order this card set. Or art set, whatever it is. So, really cool. And we have one, of course, with Joe Jusko. And you can see in the back where you would send their money, your money, to get said card. Said portraits, portfolios, whatever. Words are really difficult today. Then, of course, a Doug Beekman set. And I'm sure there are others, but these are the 3 postcards I have that he was able to acquire through a collection that he bought. And then finally, the piece de resistance. All right, we have Conan 3 Film is Go. That's their English. Schwarzenegger to star and direct the Hyborian Report, Year 2 premiered, with a little Bart Sears Conan on the front. And this is apparently, so this was issue 4, it says on the inside, the last issue of the Hyborian Report, which was part of the Conan fan club. Instead, they went to a bigger magazine style, the Hyborian Annual Report is what they said inside. I don't know if one ever came out. So this is the back side of it. Again, beautiful art. And what this was is, of course, you got your letter to the fans in the front, and a little bit about how to join the club, the membership tiers, and what it's about. So pretty cool. And then in this particular issue, we had The Hyborian Age by Mike McCoy. And what this was is, this installment traces the life of Conan from birth to age 65 based on the original series by Robert E. Howard. In the Hyborian annual report will feature more details about the life and times of Conan, including a map of the world he tried to conquer. And so this is just a bunch of milestones. And for this, I'll definitely put pictures up over here that chronicle Conan's life. So that was pretty cool. And then our next article goes to Conan 3 is a go. This was news that they were releasing Schwarzenegger to direct. And it says, it's official. Dino De Laurentiis is set to produce a third Conan film with none other than superstar Arnold Schwarzenegger to both star and direct the epic. Several screenplays are already in the works with an R-rated barbaric adventure in mind. It's understood that the focus of the new movie will be closer to the original John Milius Conan film, which stressed the blood and battle aspect of the Cimmerian's life. Shooting will not begin until Arnold can clear a block of time from his very busy and successful film schedule. Schwarzenegger, fresh from his box office hit Red Heat, with co-star Jim Belushi, is currently working on Sergeant Rock, a World War II pick that reinvents the famous DC Comics character as the first-generation American of German parents. In this new interpretation of Rock, he's anxious to get back to his homeland and pay the Nazis back for what they've done to his Germany. Already finished and due this Christmas is Arnold's first comedy called Twins, co-starring Danny DeVito as his alleged identical sibling. This third Conan movie will debut Arnold as a director, but given the fact that he has already worked with some of the most talented directors in the business, and his uncanny ability to succeed in whatever he attempts, this Conan film should be the best so far. In the Hyborian annual report, we'll have an update as well as more information for all you Schwarzenegger fans. Now, there was a couple cool things in that article, right? One, that a Conan 3 directed by Arnold, also starring Arnold, was going to be much more adult than the Conan the Destroyer film, right? And that it was going to be more in the vein of the John Milius Conan the Barbarian, much more focused on blood and battle and brutality. So that was cool. One, I never knew. Two, I never knew that he was even considered for a Sergeant Rock movie. So I found that to be a really interesting piece of the article. So a little history there. And then we have Conan versus the U.S. Postal Service. And it says, attention Conan fans, now you can do more than just read about the Conan stories. You can be part of the story itself in Hyborian War, Imperial Conquest, and the Age of Conan. It's Hyborian War is a 36-player play-by-mail game of battle, intrigue, and adventure. In each game, the tumultuous history of the Hyborian Age is created through the combined actions of each player. Play is conducted entirely by mail, with each turn or move spaced 18 days apart. The producers of the game offer free, no-obligation rules and set up the game to anyone who is interested. The free setup includes a detailed full-size wall map of the Hyborian world. We here at the club have played this game and it's a real winner. However, you may find yourself mulling over battle strategy and the bloody death of your enemies while sitting in traffic. For more information, contact and it has their information. So I didn't know that. How archaic is that, right? A game you play by mail. Have any of you ever done this? It sounds kind of neat. Then they have a little thing for contest winners here. So they're running some sort of contest. Then our next one was the Collector's Corner. And I'll put pictures of this up there too, but we'll show you a quick. And this just showed all the magazines that were advertising Conan the Destroyer. So pretty cool. A whole comprehensive list of all the covers that Conan the Destroyer was on. And then on the next page, you got a bunch of promotional material shots for Conan the Destroyer. From Grace Jones and Conan and Wilt Chamberlain, all sorts of cool stuff. And we'll put pictures of that over there as well. And then we have, well, we're showing pictures, The Ways of Sword and Rune, a tribute in verse to Robert E. Howard, written by Rick Garrett. So here it goes. My mind rolls back in endless dream of worlds I've never seen, of snow-capped crags and wind-swept sands and jungles lush and green. Stretched out before my eye of mine a savage haunted land, where demons roam and wizards chant and bloodied steel fills my hand, where fear is whispered on the wind and many are its slaves, where shadows mask 1,000 hells and nights cloak waiting graves. My thoughts a blur of crimson haze, upon my lips a tune, an ode to fire, steel, blood, to ways of sword and rune. I've tried to make so many see, but most brand me insane, that these are more than dreamers' dreams that burn across my brain. You see, I found that hidden truth that most so rarely do. It's the real world that plays us false in the fantasy that's true. Perhaps someday if others learn, then I will be redeemed, and I will share, if fleetingly, the wonders I have dreamed. Till then, farewell, for I must go. The words fade from my song. Grieve not, O Prince, as darkness falls, I go where I belong. I leave behind sadness, tears, the emptiness I've known, to be once more the warrior born to begin my journey home. And that was an original poem by Rick Garrett, which was a tribute to Robert E. Howard. All right, and then getting to our final pages, we had the Conan Fan Club Year 2 membership, a couple different things that you could fill out to be the member and send in. And then we had 2 new Conan portfolios. So you had advertisements for those and you could order them. And then, of course, our back page once again. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. I thought this was some cool stuff. Things you don't see every day, especially it's just hard to come by. For kicks, I looked this up on eBay, and this is the only Hyborian report I could find on eBay, and they wanted $25 just for this paper. So I got all this and more from Rhinos Comics and Collectibles for $10. Because he's a good guy, he takes care of me, he knows I'm a show for this. What a great piece of Conan history to own. I hope you guys feel the same. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this cool look at something different? We'll go back to stories again next week, but after I picked this up, I knew I had to share it with you guys, my savage public. So until next time, guys, keep it casual.